Before buying the 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited, there are 5 things I wish somebody would have told me to avoid a lot of problems and a lot of heartbreak throughout the way. Okay, so the first thing that you have to know when buying one of these Niners is that you are gonna be getting some of the worst gas mileage out of any car out there. These cars are notorious for drinking fuel. The 5.9 engine is very thirsty, and as you are driving and you give it a little bit of gas, you're gonna be noticing your needle go down because they are very inefficient when it comes down to fuel economy. So another thing that you have to consider when purchasing one of these, and something I wish I knew, was all of the maintenance things that you have to do to the vehicle. To begin with, a lot of the times the suspension is left unattended, so you'll be having to do almost a front end rebuild, like all your bushings and shocks, anything like that. Same thing with the rear. All of the bushings are usually worn out, so you have to replace them, otherwise you're risking a safety hazard on the road. Brakes are another thing that is very important to keep up with on the maintenance, so that is something that I've spent a lot of time and a lot of money to repair, and it's something that you should consider before getting one of these. They're usually going to have they're usually going to need some sort of repair in the suspension and just little things here and there. Another thing I wish I knew before getting this Grand Cherokee 5.9 is just how many parts are just made for this vehicle only, and I've been on the hunt for some of them, and that's just because I'm a perfectionist, so I try to make the car 100% what it used to be from factory. When I bought the car, it didn't come with the headrest on either side, and it was also missing the rear spare tire cover, so I went on a journey to find those parts, and it does take a while to find all of these parts if you want to make the car as original as possible. All of these little accent pieces, the fake wood, is unique to the Niner, so if you have any of these pieces missing, you're gonna have a hard time trying to find the replacements. That goes for this area here as well. This cover is unique. It has the unique stitching, unique color. Same thing with the handle, and with this handle, the parking brake handle as well. All of this stuff is unique, and it also came with cup holder inserts that are very hard to find. I think that's one of the things that has been the most difficult to find for me. Okay, moving on. One of the other things that I wish I knew about the 5.9 Limited is the fact that this engine is the engine to have on the ZJs. The 4.0 is really reliable, same thing with the 5.2, but this engine is just so much smoother. It makes the car feel nimble. It doesn't feel like underpowered. Even on the 5.2 engine, I've had 2 of those CJs, and the engine was really robust, and it has some power, but not nearly as much as the power that this one has. The gear ratios are also different. The shift points are different on the transmission, so when you drive one of these, you're gonna get an experience unlike any other ZJ out there. It's just so much smoother, and the rumble of the exhaust makes the car just feel more put together than the options with the smaller engine. I think that that's one of the things that I wish I would have known before, because it just makes me fall in love with the car that much more. So finally, one of the last things that I like to touch on, and one of the things that I wish I knew before buying, is just how much I like the car, how much I want to take care of it and preserve it. It's one of those things where I want to make sure that the car is preserved for a long time, and that's more of a personal thing for me, but I like to keep the car as original as possible, so I'm always on the search for finding the parts that it needs to be 100% original, and it's the little things that count for me. But I think that if I knew that before, I wouldn't have gotten this car, but knowing what I know now, it's still a great choice. If you want to get into buying one of these right now, then you have the option to do that and possibly have that freedom of modifying it, or if you want to take the route that I'm doing and make them original and keep them preserved. So that's something that I wish I would have known, and I really enjoy the decision I made of having this car and driving it and fixing it, and it's also fun for me to find all those parts that I need. Well, that does it for today's video. I really appreciate all of you that take the time and watch my videos. Hit that subscribe button, it helps me out to keep making them for you, and I just want to say thank you once again for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one.